Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the 110 Landrover that we've been building. Let's show you how far we've got. So guys, the original plan with this, we bought a green 110 high capacity from a good friend of mine, and the truck was really past repair. We needed the 200 TDI engine and gearbox for Brendan's pastel green 110. This truck was just going to be a downer. I fell in love with how the truck looked, and the rest is history really. I ended up buying a new chassis, a new bulkhead, rebuilding an old 200 TDI that I had, finding a gearbox, finding a power steering box, rebuilding both the axles. This is a Richard chassis. I read so much about chassis, struggling to figure out who to go with. In the end we went with Richards. We're really happy with the quality of the chassis. Everything's fitted straight away. Everything's been a really easy so far, to be honest. I'll see if I can get some photos of the original chassis, but the donor was far too gone really. This is 200 TDI that I rebuilt. I've got some pictures of rebuilding the engine. The transfer box, the gearbox is an LT77 and the transfer box is a 1.6 ratio. And we're running on 33, 12, 50, 15s on the wheels and tyres. It's got the Salisbury back axle, although in the States I think they call it a Dana 60. I've ordered a new rear cover, diff cover from the States. They have much more choice than we have in the UK. We fitted a twin terra firma rear shock absorber kit, and it's on a terra firma plus 2-inch lift kit. I wasn't really happy with the powder coat on the springs, so we had them shot blasted and re-powder coated. And we've got cranked trailing arms in the front. Same with those. The powder coat came and it was yellow and chipped off everywhere, so I had them stripped and re-powder coated. The bulkhead's brand new, genuine Landrover. So, it's mid-July and it feels like the first day of summer in the UK. I've pushed it back inside so we can see a little better what we've been doing. So, we rebuilt all the front axle. I've fitted the terra firma wavy front discs. First time I've used these. They seem really good quality, but time will tell. We've got the Teflon coated globes, and I fully stripped the front axle and had the casing powder coated. We've gone for the solid steel steering tie bar and drag link, hoping it stands up to a little bit of abuse. The bulkhead is brand new, genuine Landrover, and I decided to have it shot blasted and powder coated, so that's not paint, it's powder coat. And then we're going to paint all the finished edges afterwards. I'm hoping that the powder coating holds back any corrosion and keeps the bulkhead in good condition. Same with the seat box, everything's powder coated. Like I said, we're going to repaint over all the side panels and everything that has paint over it normally. But hoping the powder coat keeps all the corrosion at bay, and it sort of gets in all the gaps and makes it last really. So we rebuilt the seat box, and I got the sides off the main website that everybody uses. And for the back of the truck, originally it had the 110 pickup, the high capacity pickup, but we're going to build more of a US style flatbed with a small rail and a roll bar. I think it'll suit what we do for work easier, you know, loading things on and off the back. That's another reason we went for the twin shocks, because we do a lot of towing, and I'm hoping the twin shock kit can really help when you're towing. We've got the cranked rear radius arms, and then all the bushes have been replaced. So all the steel, including the back axle and the A-bar, everything like that, we did because we're marine, I managed to do it in a yacht, a steel yacht primer, which I'm hoping is going to keep corrosion really at bay, and then I've painted over the top of that with a smooth hammerite. Steering box was off a rolled TD5, it only had 15,000 miles on it. So I was really happy to find that, because it makes them steer better in the new tight steering box. And this is the lower dash pad, and I've got this vinyl leather style sort of material, and I was going to stretch that and fit it for more of a factory, because it's like a vinyl finish at the factory, so I can uncover a bit. It's that vinyl-y plastic finish. But I've been thinking I'm actually going to do this in a 4-way black stretch carpet, because I think it'll give the truck a bit of a more comfier feel inside, because Landrovers are a little bit utilitarian. I'm thinking if we carpet the lower dash panel, it just gives you some level of comfort in here, because I'm not really thinking of carpeting any of this. I've never had one without holes in here, so it's nice to see it all shiny and black. Pull all this off, we'll go get some 4-way stretch. It is still sticky on the back. I'm going to see if I can just fold this in half, because you never know, there might be a future project where I need a little bit of black material, and this might just be the job. Okay guys, cut myself some 4-way stretch. I'm just going to fit it on top of here. Going to roughly put it in place first, because it was already glued. It's a bit sticky, which is actually helping me out a bit. Then I can just pull one end off, glue it, let's get some spray glue. If you just let it go touch dry, still too wet, it'll grab really well. This carpet's amazing, it stretches so easy as well. You can pull it, manoeuvre it however you want. So guys, I'm really happy how this dash panel's turned out. It's going to give it a much nicer feel inside the truck, maybe keep the noise down a little bit as well. If you like this video, please consider subscribing. I'm going to carry on this truck build and I'm going to try and do a video every 2 weeks, depending on how work is, but as much as I can. I want to get it finished and I want to get it on the road this summer. We've also got the Lodestar Silverado build. So guys, this is the Silverado. We're thinking about removing the cab and body. The cab's not in too bad a shape and they're not that easy to come across in the UK, but it has got a bit of damage, mainly there. When I bought this truck, it came from the US government over here in the UK, and it's got a 5.3 Vortec LS and a 4L60E, and we had no second or third. It was a 3/4 piston had gone, the seal had gone hard, so we'd lost third and fourth gear. So I've rebuilt the gearbox and I've just been using it for work, and it has been a great truck. But I'm thinking about using the Lodestar cab on it. Go find that. So guys, this is my Lodestar cab. It's in pretty tough shape, but it's salvageable, it's repairable. And in the UK, these things are not easy to find. We're thinking this is going to sit on that Silverado frame just lovely. And this is it from the front. I've got all the hood pieces, and it's been tucked away behind here now for a few years, waiting for me to find a decent donor vehicle to put it on top of. That's going to be coming in as soon as this one's finished, and after that the Series 1 Land Rover build. So we're going to have lots of projects moving forward. You may have seen the Green Goddess fire engine down there. That's going to be a camper van, but I think that's going to be a next year project. But there's going to be plenty to watch. Hopefully some good content for you guys. Thank you.